Good morning, Jonathan. As a beginning student, we're going to talk about the pickup and lay down cast. Before we do, I just want to make sure that if I use any terms that aren't familiar or if something isn't clear, just let me know and I'll clarify. The other thing I want you to know is I'm wearing prescription sunglasses because I need to be able to see. Otherwise, I'd want you to be able to see my eyes. So, the pickup and lay down, fundamental cast. We use it for a couple of reasons, but it's also a fundamental cast for other casts. So let me show you the pickup and lay down in its entirety. Okay, that's the pickup and lay down. Why do we use it? Well, we use the pickup and lay down to reposition the fly line. So if you see a new target, you can adjust with just one motion. We also use it to take the fly off the water without disturbing the water because fish are very sensitive, and if you make a lot of thrashing, it's going to create what's going to result in the fish scattering. Okay, now what I'd like to do is I would like to go through the steps that are required for the pickup and lay down. And I'm going to use a noodle. First thing I'm going to do is show you the steps, and then I'm going to ask you to join me where we use a noodle, and so we're going to build on these stepwise learning procedures. So there are 4 steps to the pickup and lay down cast. But first, we want to organize the line so, like my fly line, it's straight out with any slack in it. We also want to start with our rod tip down so that when we start to move the rod, we start to move the fly. It's important to get the fly moving. So, as we've learned previously, we want to accelerate to a smooth stop. We did that in the paintbrush drills. We also learned how to stop when we were doing the grass drills with the fly line over the tape. And the last thing I want you to remember is orientation to the clock. So if this is 12 o'clock on the clock, that's 3 o'clock and that's 9 o'clock. Sorry, that's 3 o'clock and that's 9 o'clock. Got my clocks mixed up. Okay, so rod tip down, we start gently to lift the fly, and we reach 10:30, we then use our acceleration to a stop at 12 o'clock, the thumb up, and we pause for the back cast. So we allow the line to roll out, and then we start the forward cast, which is a smooth acceleration to a stop back at 10:30, and after that we allow the line to unfurl, and as it drops, we drop our rod tip. So it's the lift, the smooth acceleration to a stop in the back cast, the forward cast, and then drop the rod tip. All right? So I'd like you to come out here now. And we'll do this together. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this in a building block fashion. And the reason for this is it's going to help you remember each of these positions so that we can put it all together at the end. So we start with the rod tip down, slack out of the line, and the first thing we do is the lift, which is we move the fly by raising the rod to about 10:30. Right? Okay. Now let's start again. And what we're going to do is we're going to lift, and then we're going to accelerate to a stop at the back cast. So lift to about 10:30. Without stopping, we come back until the rod is about 1 o'clock. That means your thumb will be vertical, pointing at 12. Okay, so now let's add the forward cast. Start again, and lift, back cast, forward cast. Now, at this point, we've done all the work except dropping the rod tip, so we'll add that. So back down, and we're going to lift, accelerate to a stop the back cast, forward cast, watch the lines unfurl, and then we drop the rod tip. All right, is that clear?
Yes.
Okay, I'd like you to do it with the rod now, Jonathan. And I'll see if there's anything that we need to change. Excellent. That was great. So now what I want you to do is I want you to practice on your own, or if we had another student, I'd have the two of you practice together, and I'd have you teach each other so that you would reinforce that. And the other thing I will do is I will send you an e-copy of the pick up and lay down drill, so you've got a visual plan so you know what it is you need to do.
Okay.
Okay? Thank you.